John Podesta, I mentioned this yesterday. He's being tapped to head this energy thing, the climate team, the remaking of the climate team. John Podesta is going to guide the $370 billion in spending. And he's replacing Gina McCarthy. What's interesting is Podesta's history. My friend and late mentor Andrew Breitbart had a war with John Podesta because when he was battling Acorn, John Podesta joined their board of consultants or their board of advisors, and that's when they really started investigating every single person around Acorn, and Acorn was totally guilty. John Podesta is a longtime Clinton crony. He served as Bill Clinton's chief of staff in the White House. He's been in D.C. and he's been adjacent to power for decades. His brother, Tony Podesta, they created this big lobbying firm. In fact, Tony Podesta, I think it was through him that Barack Obama was able to get his mansion in Chicago, because Barack Obama had a meteoric rise. He went from state office to Senate really quickly, and then boom, he was right there, president of the United States. And he got his start raising money in Bill Ayer's living room, and Tony Podesta, from what I understand, helped to purchase his mansion. And what's funny is Peter Kadzik, he was the assistant attorney general in the DOJ under Obama. And in the whole thing about Hillary Clinton's email server, Podesta was involved in that. In fact, Podesta said that Kadzik actually kept him out of jail. He said this publicly. And they made sure he would leak information to Podesta about exactly what was happening in the investigation during Hillary Clinton's the email server. But he has been in this forever. He had a lot of ties, a lot of financial ties to the Russian government at one point, according to the Wall Street Journal. In fact, let me go back to this piece. This was from 2016, John Podesta and the Russians. Podesta did a lot of business with a lot of different oligarchs, Kremlin-backed investments, all kinds of stuff. And after all of this stuff with Russian collusion started, he decided to transfer all of his holdings to his kids so he could avoid any kind of scrutiny. So he is a dirty, dirty, dirty dude. And I don't know what else he's a dirty guy. Dirty, dirty guy. And he's been involved in all of this. He's the guy that you bring in to strong arm people and to kind of move funds around and things of that nature, which is why it's super sketchy that a guy who has no background whatsoever with quote unquote climate is being brought in to replace, which I don't even think you need this, the domestic climate advisor in the Biden administration. Interesting. One of the things that I was also thinking about is it goes to show you, to me, this underscores something bigger. Joe Biden is not in the White House because of his own accord. Joe Biden is not in the White House because he's influential. He's not in the White House because he has contacts. If you look at his administration, who's it full of? Old Clinton people and old Obama people. He doesn't have his own people. He never accumulated that kind of capital or influence within the Democrat Party. They needed a placeholder. While they kind of, scrappered to up somebody to replace him with at some point, whether it's in 2024 or after. They just wanted that access to power. It didn't matter if he's, has health issues and his brain's turned to cheese. It doesn't matter. He's in that position because the Democrat Party wanted him in that position, not because he had the influence to get in there himself. Don't ever forget that the only reason that Joe Biden sits in the White House is because of James Clyburn. James Clyburn saved his A-double snakes. Never forget that. You remember that? I told you this. Did I not tell you that when it happened? This was after, I think he had done poorly in Pennsylvania, something like that. And Joe Biden, he was about to be out of the race. And it wasn't until South Carolina that James Clyburn intervened and brought in the votes to push Biden over. He went in for him hard. See, Biden does not have his own influence within the Democrat Party. It's all borrowed from someone else. That should be one of the most telling things to you.